baby, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing, sweet Sagittarius? Welcome back to my channel and happy Leo season. How does it feel to be back in a fiery season? You know, this is more of your element, okay? This is like your elemental season. So it's a season of fire, so you feel more in your elements, you feel more like yourself, you feel like you kind of like are more in tune with the pace of the day and like the different things that crop up. Okay, so do you know I'm laughing? I just have to share this with you. I actually already recorded your your reading. Even if I finished copy, I recorded your reading. I actually finished your reading, and then I got up. I realized the camera was not recording. So my beautiful Sagittarius, this Leo season, don't be like me. When you're about to execute on your creative ideas, make sure like you double and triple check your equipment, okay? All right, let's jump in. Let's see. Spirit will always still deliver, okay? But let's jump. Thank you, so thank you, angels and answers. I'm really laughing at myself here. What's your power message from my beautiful Sagittarius? Okay, baby, wake up. The world is waiting for you. You've learned all your stripes. Let's see. One more overall message. Okay, so in the first reading I did for you, thank God this was still there. In the first reading I did for you, your message was take control of your own narrative. Rabbi Spirit was, the messages I was channeling was more around you, not like you've given your power away, especially like in relationship dynamics. Like it's more of having to reevaluate your signed contract. This Leo season is going to give you the opportunity to reevaluate and review like your agreements, your contracts, everything you've appended your signature on, especially like in terms of your relationships and in terms of your work. You have the opportunity to really review and kind of like come to a new understanding of what's to be expected from each party, for each person, for each of the parties to be able to feel fulfilled and to feel satisfied with what they are getting in return from the engagement or the interaction. Okay, that was the reading, that was the overall message I got for you. And Spirit actually gave an affirmation, which was this card. You had an affirmation for Leo season, so I'm going to put that aside. Since I've already covered that, now let's go into the new cards that just dropped for you. Okay, so 4 cards dropped out for your overall message for Leo season. The first one is the world awaits you. So it feels like, my beautiful Sagittarius, you've been a bit quiet, you've been a bit of a recluse, of an hermit. You've been keeping more to yourself, you've been keeping your ideas to yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. You've been keeping like, especially like your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, you've really just been keeping it to yourself and kind of like just stewing over it, okay? And you've kind of like also taken a back scene from the social scene. People are not really seeing you, you're not really expressing yourself, you're not really sharing as you normally would. All right, so Spirit is saying, stand up. The time is not right for you to actually show up as you are, show up as your true self, show up as your authentic self. You've earned all your stripes, so there's no hiding away. Good, bad experiences, what you've been through in life, different people you've met, different engagements and different interactions you've had, they've simply helped you to become more aware of yourself, more aware of your power, more aware of what you're capable of, more aware of your talents, more aware of your creative powers and what you're bringing to the table, okay? Now, the other card is saying that you have to do this for you. So I'm feeling like, and I'm saying and hearing that a lot of you are having to kind of like move from a space of comfort, a comfort zone, maybe a field you've played on for so long, right? A field you've played on for so long, a comfort zone, somewhere you can call a second home. It's somewhere that you are used to. You are used to doing the same things over and over and over again. Spirit is saying it's time for a switch up. It's time for a change. You are moving to a new territory that would require you to like head out of it, like head towards it alone, even if others don't buy into your vision, even if others don't buy into your ideas, even if others don't kind of like, they don't see the picture, they don't, because you know you're Sagittarius, your sight is far. You have like an expanded perspective. You can see things from a very, 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 very good vantage point, because you are out there. You kind of have like a bigger picture. So Spirit is saying, for those that don't get the big picture of what you're trying to execute, you know what you're trying to execute. You've had the past experiences, you've had the past situations, you've had like your past experiences have trained you and have led you to this point of honoring and believing your instincts, of trusting your gut instincts, and knowing that you are more than capable of showing up as you truly are in this new venture you're considering. So even if others don't agree with you, even if they don't buy into your vision, even if they don't see it, even if the conditions are not necessarily comfortable, you're still moving forward. And this, you're really moving forward, baby. Okay, the final card is Phoenix. How is this one? Happily ever after. So what I'm saying overall is, as I said, your initial message, you're taking charge of your own narrative, and that's really going to, for some of you that you've been, because of this past agreements that you've signed or that you signed up for, it kept you away from publicity, or it kept you away from public attention, or it kept you away from the world, it kept you away from really feeling fulfilled. You know, that inner fulfillment, that pleasure that cannot be gotten from anything else aside from doing work that honors and fulfills you and excites you. So it feels like you are going to finally be cutting off some of those contracts. For some of the contracts, you are withdrawing and restating the terms and conditions you are willing to agree to moving forward. But I say, like, for some of you, you are going to have to leave your comfort zone. So your current work, you are leaving not because they are chasing you. It's more like you're actually the one deciding to say, okay, you know what, my time here is done. I'm glad we had this conversation. I can see you cannot acknowledge my worth. I can see you cannot pay me what I'm worth. I can see you cannot, even though you value my contribution, you don't value me as I would love to be valued. Like it's like your price has increased. That's just it. Like, your price has increased, your value has increased, your worth has increased because of your past experiences, because of how well you know yourself, because of what you know you're bringing to the table. So that's not letting you play small. So it's almost like you're having a conversation with for those that are employed. Like, the scenario Spirit is just playing out for me. I'm just going to describe the scenario like playing out. So I'm saying you like having a discussion with your employer, and they're like reviewing, maybe like they're reviewing the milestones, the goals of the project, and they are saying, oh, but I already achieved 90% according to agreement. I'm supposed to be getting this raise, I'm supposed to be getting this incentive or this commission, and they're like, oh, sorry, we can't give you. And you're like, oh, okay, I understand you can't give me, so I'm going to go look for someone else that can give me what I need, and somewhere where I can be acknowledged, somewhere where I can be honored, somewhere where I can be celebrated, somewhere where I can be truly seen. Do you understand? So there's an ending for you in Leo season, but the ending is simply leading to a new beginning. So if you feel awkward about leaving your job, about asking for better remuneration, about asking to be treated fairly, about asking for better treatment, better attitude from your partners, asking for better emotional relationship that will help you to feel safe and secure in your sense of self, that will help you to be authentic. If they are not able to give this to you, I'm saying you walk out of these situations and heading off to start afresh. Okay, but it's starting afresh. You're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. That's the difference. That's the difference. Okay, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. Let's see, what guidance you need to release ownership of what's never in your control. Okay, so Spirit says that this is your life's work. This is your life's work. It's your life's work. It's not, in Yoruba we will say it's not strange to you. Do you understand? Like, this work, this newness you're moving into, it's not new. Like, it's your life's work. It's your soul's work. It's what your soul, it's part of the obligations, if I'm to use that word. It's part of the obligations and responsibilities your soul is yet to fulfill in this lifetime. So don't think that, oh, it's for nothing. No, this feeling you're feeling about doing these things in a new way is because it's going to help you fulfill your life's mission, your soul, like your soul's. Okay, so as the way this life is, you have the physical body and you have your soul. Your soul lives through multiple lifetimes in order to be able to complete a cycle of growth. So it keeps on ascending. Okay, so this work that is opening up for you, this newness, this new thing you're starting, this new venture, it's really in alignment with your soul evolution. Like, it's work your soul was yet, the work your soul promised to do on earth in this lifetime. Okay, and Spirit is saying, so even if you feel like, even if you have to start it off alone, do it for yourself, do it for you, do it because it makes you happy, do it because you know you can do it, do it because you want to have a record to show that, oh, I actually did this thing because I know I can do it, not because anybody's seeing me, not because anybody's validating me or applauding me or liking me. I'm doing it. I don't care if it's just for an audience of me. But Spirit is saying, but don't worry, we've got support for you. You're not doing it alone. We are always here with you. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, they love you. They are in support of this action they're trying to take. Okay? So they are saying, don't worry. 22 was the number that came out in the first reading too. Okay? So they are saying, don't worry, we are here with you. Just ask us for help, guidance, and we'll guide you. We'll let you know, okay, do this, do that. Do you need support? We'll send in people to support you. But don't keep on waiting for the current circumstance to help this your evolution. Your current circumstances are simply going to hinder your growth. And your soul work is the most important work you can do in this lifetime. That's the most important thing you can do, because your soul needs to grow and evolve. Otherwise, you keep repeating the same life. You keep repeating the same points in life if you choose not to learn. So I think what I'm feeling for you is part of your soul growth, part of your soul journey is striking out on your own. Is being the first to do things, is going where nobody has gone. Remember I said you're a Sagittarian, you're a Jupiterian, you're a big thinker. Do you understand? You're an expansive thinker. You go where, like, you are the shooting star. You go where others have not yet reached. You go where others have not gotten to. So you can see she's wearing a sundress and it's freaking as winter. Like, it's snowing, you can see the snowflakes. But she raises her head up into the air because she knows her support comes from above, not from what she can see in the material world. Her support comes from the immaterial world, because the vision she has is from the immaterial world. It's not yet in this present reality. And if I'm saying she, apologies, she, you know, you're my baby, I got you. She, let's get ourselves together, okay? So the angel numbers to look out for, I'm hearing look out for 11, 11, 1111, like 1111. Okay, that's to show you that this is the time to start. It's a time to initiate. Start. Okay, and also 222, 11 and 22. These are major cards. Okay, Those are the angel numbers you'll be seeing. So pay attention when you start seeing a lot of ones, a lot of twos, repeating themselves. In those moments when you see those numbers, examine what thoughts were going through your mind, because it's just confirmation. It's your angels trying to tell you like, oh, boop, where you are, you're not alone, boop. You know, like when you're playing with a child and you're playing hide and seek, a baby, and you bump them on the nose and you hide, and they're like, wait. So that bump on the nose is like the angel number. So when you look around, you look at your phone, you look at, you can be going on the road and you see a license plate and you see and you're like, what the and then you go to the grocery and then you're buying stuff and your bill comes to 1122. What? And the more you see these numbers, the more you see them, and the more they continue to guide you, they help you, because you can only see angel numbers when you're in alignment. Actually, the more you're in alignment with your soul, the more you see angel numbers, because they're a form of communication that are not practical or expected or explainable by our physical, logical, mathematical formulas and explanations. You can't explain it, but it's real. Because you can't explain doesn't mean it's not real, you know. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 2. I'm being led to actually give you this back. This was the affirmation, it was the camera. Now, because the first reading was just 3 cards, to be honest. Now they're like, okay, let's give you a deeper reading. But let's see. Is there any other affirmation for my beautiful Sagittarius for Leo season? Or we can move already with what we already had. Okay, baby. So the initial card for you was conscious self-love, and the affirmation was, because I believe in myself so much, I take care of myself and make myself my priority. Okay, because I believe in myself. So I want you to please listen carefully. I'm going to try to speak slowly. I want you to listen carefully. Get a note. You can pause the video at this point. Get a pen, get a paper, and write down these affirmations. What you are going to do is stick the affirmations on a mirror or somewhere where you can see it every day and recite these affirmations to yourself all throughout Leo season. Okay, all throughout Leo season, recite it to yourself. Really, really ground into, really feel the presence of the words as you're speaking them. Because if you don't make yourself a priority, you're never going to like align your priorities with your soul's priorities. You'll be chasing what's not missing. You'll be chasing what's not meant for you. But this time around, Spirit is saying you have the opportunity to really just follow your soul. Really let your soul grow, so that you don't come back to earth to repeat this entire cycle again. Do you understand? So when you're coming back, your next lifetime, your soul would have grown. It's a different experience waiting for you. And you're driving back to Phoenix. That so whatever you think you are losing now, just know that it's gone, so that there's space for more to come in. So I'm also hearing like for some of you, you might be reluctant to make these switches because you're not afraid, you're just worried about the changes, the financial implications, the things you would have to lose, the assets you have to walk away from. But Spirit is saying whatever has been lost is going to be restored to you in multiples of 10 and more. Like it's just going to be like the king's palace that got burned, right? And then everyone is mourning and you're like, oh, why are you mourning? It's a palace, it's the king. Getting burned means that the new one they are going to build is going to be more modern, it's going to be more palatial, it's going to be more expansive, it's going to be more abundant. That's the vibe Spirit wants you to hold. That whatever you think you're losing now, baby, whatever you think you're losing now is not a loss. It's simply a release. You are releasing. Don't see it as you are losing. See it as you are releasing. You are releasing so that you can receive. Okay, so let's read this again. Because I love myself, I take care of myself and I make myself my priority. Because I love myself, I take care of myself, and I make myself my priority. If your inner self is not whole, if your inner self is not healthy, if your inner self is not in harmony, the fruits, what you're working on, your outputs are never going to be a reflection of that. Your outer world reflects your inner world. So if everything around you is chaotic right now, it's because there's inner work to be done. If your inner work, if your inner person, your inner child, your inner man, if inside you don't feel at peace, then there can't be peace around you. Do you understand? It's what is happening inside that gets reflected outside, because you're an energetic being, you're not physical. So think of it like light transmission. Okay, it's the same light. If the light is blue colored, it's not going to, when the bulb is blue, when the light is blue, it's not going to throw off pink light. It's still going to be blue. Do you understand? It might look pink because of the person it's being reflected off. Do you understand? Now, so if the light is blue and is reflecting off I'm not sure my color I'm not sure my color theory is proper, but I'm just trying to use an example. If the light is blue and it's a blue green mix, is that not? No, I think blue yellow mixed green. So and it's a yellow surface, it's going to reflect back to green, right? But that doesn't mean the light is in blue. It's just because it's reflecting on a yellow surface. So sometimes you think, oh no, how is my energy? Is it my energy that said this person should do this? No, your energy is what influenced the interaction, at least from your own end. Is your energy that your energy was projected out into the engagement and into the interaction. That's why the person responded that way. Do you understand? But imagine if you meet someone who is white, the person simply just reflects your energy. So there are some people, they bounce off your energy. Some people take your energy, convert it and give it back to you. Some people project their own energy into you. And some people take your own energy, clean it out, and they don't let it affect them. Some people don't even take in your energy at all. So we are all different. Okay, so Spirit is saying, I want you to be more conscious of yourself. I want you to be more conscious about really loving yourself. Okay, so right now, because I love myself, I take care of myself, and I make myself my priority. So I also want you to ask yourself in this Leo season, how can you make yourself a priority? These are the practical questions. How can you make yourself a priority? What shows you that you love yourself? How are you showing love to yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you making good choices for yourself? Or how are you showing? Okay, so can you give me 10 ways in which you show love to yourself today? 10 ways in which you showed love to yourself. If you can't do last week, give me today, give me this week, give me this weekend. I don't know when you're watching this. I'm actually recording this video on a Monday. Leo moved into Leo. The sun moved into Leo yesterday, which was 23rd of July. So I'm recording this video on a Monday. Tell me 10 ways in which you've shown love to yourself in the past 24 hours. So regardless of whenever you watch this video, can you tell me 10 ways you've shown love to yourself in the past 24 hours? Yeah, can you tell me 10? If you can't, then there's work to do. Okay? The other two cards was so conscious self-love. Okay, we've also got circle of healing. Let go of the past to live better in the present and freely look to the future. If you keep holding on to the things that have gone wrong in the past, you're unable to live in the present. I can't remember what sign was that. Maybe Libra. There was a sign I was explaining the concept of time. Time is a continuum. Past, present, future, all exist at the same time. The actions you carried out in the past as well is playing out now in the present. Your actions in the present as well will determine what will play out in the future. What's happening in the present was simply because in the past present, when the past was the present, the the choices you make is now the consequences you're experiencing as a present. But past, present, future all exist at the same time. Changing up your decisions, while we can't necessarily go back to switch up the past, but we can make conscious efforts now to ensure that our future is a lot better. So that's what Spirit is saying. So Spirit is saying this Leo season for you is a time to heal. It's a time to heal. It's a time to heal your relationship with others, okay? Let go of the past, okay? So I'm going to make this into an affirmation for you. So your second affirmation is, I let go of the past to live better in the present and freely look forward to the future. I let go of the past to live better in the present and freely look to the future. I let go of the past to live better in the present and freely live in the future. And freely look to the future, okay? And the final card for you was dream sprouts, okay? So you decide to make your dreams come true. You decide to make your dreams come to you. Pay attention to your dreams, okay? You decide to make your dreams come to you, okay? So Spirit is saying there's going to be, for some of you that you're not experienced with getting angel numbers or having like a one-on-one relationship like with your spiritual guides and your ancestors, you may be more comfortable receiving these messages in your dreams. So in your season, I want you to also like focus on your dreams. Try to have like a dream journal. When you wake up, try to, before you sleep, pray that, okay, as I'm going to sleep, I want to wake up in the morning. I want to remember my dreams when I wake up in the morning. And when you wake up in the morning, write down what you can remember, because your dreams are going to give you insights and clues into this next step and how to move forward, okay? Because as I said, this work you're here to do, you're not doing it alone. Your soul knows the best way forward, but your ego might be blocking that. So when your ego sleeps, which is when you sleep at night, like, right, your soul is really able to feel free and connect with your consciousness, and then they will download the messages for you in terms of images. It might be keywords, it might be images, it might just be pictures that comes up in your dreams, okay? So just try to write it down as clearly as possible. And then through the day, think about it, meditate on it, and you get more clarity on how to move forward, okay? But Spirit is saying the answers you need, they are going to come to you. Don't be worried. Strike out. And I want you to focus on self-love, okay? Okay, so 2 affirmations for you. Let's quickly go over them. Because I love myself, because I love myself, I take care of myself, and I make myself my priority. I want you to please put your hand on your I'm not putting my hand on my boobs right now. Your heart is located under your, where is this? My left boob, okay? Your heart is located under your left boob. But some people, their hearts are on the right. Anyways, focus. Put your hand on your heart, because this Leo season, Leo also rules the heart. So put your hand on your heart, and I want you to really just speak to yourself. Really just speak to yourself. I love myself so much. I love myself so much that I'm willing to take care of myself and make myself my priority. Because I love myself so much, I am taking care of myself and making myself a priority, okay? And then I let go of the past so I can move better. I let go of the past so I can better move into the present and freely look to the future. I let go of the past so I can live better in the present. I let go of the past so I can live better in the present and freely move into the future, okay? All right, baby, that was your message for you, Suzanne. All right, so if this reading resonated with you, please, you may actually be watching this reading early in the morning when you've just woken up. They told me that. So anyways, if this reading resonated with you, please let me know. I love to hear back from you, okay? Keep me posted, baby, and love yourself. I'm going to be checking, like, I'm going to be like, can you show what 10 things did you do for yourself today to show that you love yourself, okay? I'm going to be harassing all the Sagittarians, I know. Leo season. All right, baby, that was your message for Leo season. I love you. Toodles.